all these years, I've always wondered what happened to my brother. And if it was an accident, fine. But what happened? He was, a very important person in my life. And one night he left and he didn't come back.
Vernon Hill's death came decades before Lieutenant John Zerbonia arrived at the Hannibal Police Department, but he was able to pull up Hill's case file.
Vernon Hill was reported missing on May 1st, 1966. His body was found floating in Bear Creek 7 days later. The investigating officers and the medical examiner determined the cause of death to be accidental drowning, and the case was closed. Well, from reviewing the case file from that incident, it appears that the investigating officers talked to several witnesses and employers of Mr. Hill's, and nothing indicating foul play ever surfaced.
They found him on Mother's Day, and they said that he had drowned. And they were going to do an investigation and find out what had happened, because nobody had had any details and nobody had been bringing any information to us.
Well, naturally, the older a case gets, it's harder to investigate. The evidence gets old. Witnesses either move or die, or they have a hard time remembering events as they occurred. It just gets harder to get the exact occurrences as they really happen the older a case gets.
Do you have any reason to believe that it wasn't an accident?
No. From reviewing the reports, it all seems that it was an accidental drowning.
In my opinion, and everybody in our family, we were under the assumption that it was still an open case.
Why does this just not gel that it was an accident?
He had been in the Navy. He was a strong swimmer. The water wasn't deep. There were some rumors in the rumor mill that there were people that were not happy with him. He was involved with a woman, and my understanding was she had an ex-husband. I can't imagine my brother going swimming in Bear Creek in April, because you know it was going to be chilly. If they're saying it was an accident and it's closed, I would have thought somebody in our family would have been notified. It has haunted me for years. He's my brother. And this is 45 years later, and I still miss him. I would just like to get some closure from my whole family. If it was an accident and somebody knows something, then tell us what happened. If somebody knows anything, I don't care if they send a letter anonymously, if we just had some kind of closure, because I don't think my brother was done justice.